All right, let's do this. So let's start with the Bundesliga. Start with actual football because we've got the Ruhr Derby, Schalke against Borussia Dortmund, coming back on Saturday. It's going to kick things off. It's going to vary from country to country, but in the majority of countries around the world, as I understand it, they're basically saying, all right, we got nothing else. Let's show as many of these games as we can. Big question mark is, what condition will these guys be in when they return?
Yeah, that's the big thing. We've had this debate a little bit already, that discussion. Some fitness coaches are saying that you need as much time that you were off training pretty much to go back to full fitness. So that would mean a lot of weeks of proper training again, since if you think about maybe the player stopped for 2 months, more or less, or 6 weeks, let's say. So you need a 6 weeks full, almost pre-season type of preparation, which they haven't had. So I don't think we should expect, and it would be unfair, I think, on the players and on the manager to expect, super high level football with a lot of intensity, with a lot of running. There will be mistakes. Maybe after an hour, everybody will dip and the form will drop and the level and the intensity of the games will drop. But I think there's also a part of excitement from those players, right? That they will be so up for playing again that I think the first half for sure, first 45 minutes, I think we will have a lot in. Maybe after that, not so much.
I think so. I think it's going to be special, and I think it's going to be the kind of thing that you want to be a part of. We also have Frankfurt on Saturday. We've got Frankfurt against Gladbach, which is interesting from a fact that you get to go and see. And I wonder if this is going to be slightly different because we won't have the focus on the fans. You're going to see two of the more interesting, shall we say, coaches out there in Adi Hütter against Marco Rose.
Yeah, you're right. Marco Rose, especially we've bigged him up a lot when Gladbach were top of the table. We're doing really well so many years after the last titles, after so many average seasons, let's say. They had a really good recruitment last summer, especially Marcus Thuram, who came from France and had an immediate impact. But the way Marco Rose has this team playing, right? And that's why you loved him before when he was in Austria as well. And now is the movement, is the intensity, is the running, is great. And Adi Hütter, in a way, struggling a bit in the league this season. They're only 12th, probably because I think they were so good last year.
He lost his entire front three from last year.
They lost so many of their key players that it was always going to be hard to reproduce this season what they did last season. But still, as you said, a very interesting coach as well.
Bayern, of course, returning on Sunday. They play Union Berlin. I wonder who's going to be penalized more, because a lot of these teams that are so heavily coached, that are so tactical, that are so based on pressing and energy and whatnot, I wonder if they're going to be penalized more than teams that play a more sort of old school approach, maybe that defend positionally more. It seems to me like that is a far easier transition if you're coming out of this lockdown.
Yeah, I think you're right. The low blocks, or the teams that usually play on low blocks, you would assume have less running a bit to do in a way, and maybe they're better suited in those first few games, the first few weeks of the season resuming, of not spending too much energy and like other teams, and maybe that will suit them a bit more. I don't know. Union Berlin is interesting because Urs Fischer has taken a few days of break. I think not due to the virus, but he had some sort of issues to resolve. So they would be in a few days before the game without the manager, which can't be ideal. But it's one of those where you could easily see Union Berlin getting something out of this game because Bayern hasn't played for so long and they might be a bit rusty and they might be a bit this, and Union Berlin just go for it and snatch a point or three even.
Wow, 3 points. There you go. Bold prediction from Julien Laurens.
It's okay.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.